Start. Good afternoon, all students. So yesterday we were discussing about the surface chemistry topic, and we were in the MCQs. This was the last question I have solved, if you remember, regarding which property of colloidal solution is independent of the charge. Okay. So nearly 10 questions have finished. Next we move to the next question. Okay. So this question you can see, at given temperature and pressure, adsorption of which gas of the following will take place at the most. Means this concept is related to again liquefaction of gases and critical temperature. As I already told you yesterday, high molar mass, high critical temperature, liquefaction will be more. If you remember this one, you can solve any type of the questions. So here they have given 4 gases. In these 4 gases, you have to check which will be having the more adsorption. So dihydrogen formula is H2, dioxygen is O2, ammonia is NH3, dinitrogen is N2. First you should know the formula, atomic mass number of the elements, then you have to calculate molar mass. H2 molar mass is 2, O2 molar mass is 32, ammonia molar mass is 17, and dinitrogen is 28. So if you remember like this, which will be having the higher molecular mass, it will undergo adsorption fast. Okay. So now in all 4 numbers, 32 is the large number, which is the molar mass of dioxygen. Hence, dioxygen will be adsorbing more on the surface of the adsorbent. Which will be less means dihydrogen will be less. Okay. So this is the question. This was the question regarding the critical temperature and liquefaction of gases. Now you can see another question. Activated charcoal is used to remove coloring matter from pure substances it works by. So this concept is related to again adsorption and absorption. Okay. So activated charcoal means it is a adsorbent, and he is telling that we are removing the coloring matter, that is called as a decolorization. So when you take a charcoal powder adsorbent and some color is added, if you want to remove that color, which process will be involved? Adsorption, oxidation, reduction and bleaching. First you understand all the meanings, then you can identify the answer easily. Adsorption means accumulation of adsorbate molecules on the surface of adsorbent. Oxidation means increase in the oxidation number or loss of electrons. Reduction means gain of electrons. Bleaching means it is a cleaning process. Like this, we are having the option. One second. The correct answer is that is called as a adsorption, where the coloring matter is removed from the charcoal, which is the best adsorbent. Okay. Next we move to another question. An emulsifier is a substance which emulsifier we come across in the colloids part. Okay. What is emulsifier? The substance in which or the colloid in which dispersion phase is liquid, dispersion medium is liquid, it is called as an emulsion. In that the emulsifier is added. But what is the reason for adding the emulsifier? We have to see in the options. First one, stabilizes the emulsion, means emulsion becomes more stable. Homogenizes the emulsion, coagulates the emulsion, accelerates the dispersion of liquid in the liquid. So already I told emulsion means liquid in liquid. In all the amount question, already I told you emulsifier is added to make the sole stable. Why we are adding means emulsion, if it is lyophobic, it is less stable. To make that stable more, we are adding this stabilizer. Hence the answer is first one, that is called as A. And if you go for homogenizes, already we know that colloids are heterogeneous in nature. No chance of coming word, that is called as a homogeneous. And coagulates means, you know, coagulation is done only by adding the suitable electrolyte, and speed increase is not related to this concept. Okay. Next question. In the case of autocatalysis, so we know that there are few types of catalysis. One is homogeneous catalysis, heterogeneous catalysis, and another one is called as a autocatalysis. The process in which catalyst is used to increase or decrease the rate of the reaction is called as a catalysis process. Okay, so homogeneous means the reactants and the catalyst should be in the same phase. Heterogeneous means the reactants and catalyst should be in the different phase. And in autocatalysis, what happens? There is no need to add any other extra catalyst. The reactant itself acts as a catalyst. Hence, the autocatalysis is automatic catalysis, self-catalysis. So, solvent catalysis, product catalysis, reactant catalysis, heat produced in the reaction catalysis. All the four options you can see. Solvent means it is a reactant only, but not only the single reactant will do this process. Product catalysis, no, because product has converted after some reactions. Reactant catalysis, yes, as I already told, and heat produced in the reaction. Some reactions heat is produced, some reaction heat is not produced. So we cannot go for that option. The correct answer is third one, that is called as a reactant catalysis. Okay. Next question. For the functioning of enzymes, which of the following statement is wrong or false? Okay. So when we come towards a catalyst again, we are having the word that is called as an enzyme, which is a biomolecule which is produced in our body, human body or animals, like that. Okay. And what are enzymes? Enzymes are the biocatalysts present in the body which accelerate the reactions. Okay. And all the enzymes will end with the spelling that is called as a ASE. For example, zymase, invertase, lipase, carbohydrase, urease. These are the few examples of enzyme. Okay. And why we are learning here? Because enzyme act as a catalyst. Now he has given four properties in that which is not related to enzyme. That is false statement. Okay. When you learn the characteristics of enzymes, in that some points he has given. First one, an optimum temperature is needed. We know that the average temperature of the human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, then the humans will be healthy. And if you decrease or increase the human temperature, it is harmful. So whether optimum temperature is required means yes. If optimum temperature is there, enzymes work correctly. Optimum pH is needed. As we know that our body contains a HCl juice, and if it is an acid, some pH will be there, which will be nearby 3 or 4. And when we take the food, we are taking some acidic food, basic food. There will be changes in the pH level. So whether for enzymes, any pH is suitable or fixed pH is suitable, we want to discuss. So an optimum pH is needed, it is correct. That is a 6 to 7. Okay. They are substrate specific. So we know that enzyme substrate complex mechanism. We understand about that. So whether enzyme always prefer substrate or what? We know the mechanism. What is that? In the step number 1, enzyme combines with the substrate to form enzyme substrate complex. E plus S is equal to ES. In second step, what happens? The weak force of attraction between ES will become strong and it convert into product. That time we are writing enzyme substrate complex is converted to enzyme product, that is ES arrow mark EP. And the third and last step is that whatever the enzyme product complex is formed, finally it broken down and we get the product and enzyme separately. That we can write as EP arrow mark E plus P. Enzyme remains as it is, but product is formed. Therefore, they are substrate specific. So all the three options are correct. Automatically, the fourth may be wrong. They always increase the activation energy, and we know that catalyst is the one which always decrease the activation energy. Here, enzyme also act as a catalyst. They are telling that increase the activation energy. Hence, the fourth option, the always increase activation energy, is wrong. This was related to enzyme question. Okay. So next question: the efficiency of an enzyme in catalyzing a reaction is due to its capacity. Again, the next question is related to enzyme only. Again, if you read the properties or characteristics of enzymes, you can understand this question and you can solve. Today I have taken the simple as well as medium questions. Okay, first option: to form a strong enzyme substrate complex, to decrease the bond energy of substrate molecule, to change the shape of the substrate molecule, to lower the activation energy of the reaction. Okay, in this, what are the meanings of this one? To form a strong enzyme substrate complex, as I already told, ES, enzyme substrate complex, is weaker, it is not strong, hence the first option is wrong. To decrease the bond energy of substrate molecule, or as I told you, there the bond energy will be increased. Okay, there will be no decrease, because bond energy is nothing but called as formation of the bond, the energy is released. Second option is wrong. Third one: to change the shape of the substrate molecule. See, the substrate molecule shape will not change. The substrate is converted to product. Okay, the shape is changing, but not only of the substrate molecule. Third option is wrong. And fourth one: to lower the activation energy of the reaction. As I already told, enzyme is a catalyst, hence it always lowers the activation energy. Okay. Next question: sky looks blue due to. This question is related to properties of colloid, optical property. Okay, as we know, we learn about the Tyndall effect, where what we say, whenever the source of light falls on the colloidal substance, the light is scattered due to colloidal particles. Okay, so what we use the word scattering. Therefore, sky, when you see, sky is imaginary, but the sun acts as a source, the atmospheric air and moisture act as a colloidal particle, and the sky appears as a screen. When we see from the earth, the sky appears blue due to the light falling of the sun and scattering of the cloud or air particles. So what are the four options? Dispersion effect. Dispersion means what? Mixing and separating, both process. Reflection, it is not related to our colloidal chapter. Transmission, no. And last option is that is called as a scattering. So whenever in cinema halls also, we will be seeing some of the particles moving when the projector light is falling on the screen. That is also due to scattering. And from far, when you see the river, that time it appears blue. That is also due to the scattering. Like this, you remember 3 to 4 examples where you can understand this all process are due to the scattering of the light. Okay. Next question: a colloidal solution can be purified by. Okay. See, we are in the purification part. So we know that there are three things. One is a true solution, one is colloids, and another is a suspension. Sometimes colloids are mixed with the true solutions. Sometimes colloids are mixed with the suspensions. Okay, but if we want pure colloids, we have to do the separation, and that separation process is called as a purification. In purification, we are having the different methods. What are the different methods? Dialysis, electrodialysis, centrifugation, ultrafiltration. Like this, many examples are there. In this, which method is suitable? Let's see. First one is filtration. Here filtration means we are using the normal filter paper, and we know that the colloidal particle size is 1 to 100 nm and the pore size of filter paper are large. Hence by filter paper we cannot do the filtration easily. But when you go for the ultrafiltration, we can do the purification. Hence first option is wrong. Second one, peptization. What do you mean by peptization? Where we are converting the freshly prepared precipitate into colloid. It is not a purification process, it is a conversion of PPT into colloid. And second option is wrong. And third one is called as coagulation. It is the opposite process of peptidation. In coagulation, we are converting colloid into PPT by adding a suitable electrolyte. And third option is also wrong. And the last option that is called as a dialysis. As I already told you, whenever you are facing a problem with the kidneys, the doctors prefer the process called as a dialysis, where impure blood is converted into pure blood. And we know that blood is also the colloidal solution. Hence, the process of purification is nothing but called as a dialysis. Okay? And dialysis, I will tell briefly about the process. Take a tank, take a parchment bag which contains colloids and true solution, and pass continuously the stream of water. And when parchment bag is mixed with the water, the true solution pass through the filter paper and the colloids remain as it is. Therefore, the answer is dialysis. Next question. Predicts arc method. Some alkali is added because. So we know that Predicts electric arc method is used to prepare the lyophobic colloids like gold, platinum, silver, so. So briefly I will tell about the Predicts electric arc method. Then we go for the question. In the Predicts electric arc method, take a electrolytic tank, take one inner jacket which contains a ice cube, which is also called as a freezing mixture. In that, take some amount of the water, and in that insert two electrodes or rods which are made up of platinum, silver or gold, whose soul is to be prepared. Insert that in the water. To that you are adding some alkali substance. So what is the use of that alkali substance? He is asking here. Okay. So first one, it increases electrical conductance. Already it is a metal. Already the solvent is water. There is no question of providing extra things to increase the electrical conductance. Hence, this option is wrong. To obtain molecular colloid, see, the colloids are prepared, but whether it is molecular, associated or macromolecular, we are not understanding. We are not thinking about that. We have to prepare the metal soul. And the molecular colloids can only be used for the non-metals like sulfur soul. Second option is wrong. Third one, to obtain colloidal particles of same size. Same size particles which comes under multimolecular, macromolecular colloids, it is also not the correct option. Last one is to stabilize the soul. Already I told you, in a Predicts electric arc method, we are preparing lyophobic soul, which is less stable or least stable. To keep it stable, we are adding 1% of alkali KOH, that is potassium hydroxide. Hence, why the alkali is added? He asked the question. The answer is last one, to stabilize the soul. Okay. Next question. At the critical missile concentration, the surfactant molecules. So these concepts come under classification of colloids, as you know, based on the particle size. First one, multimolecular. Second one, macromolecular. Third one is associated colloids. Okay. So in multimolecular, what happens? The size of the molecules are small, but they are present in a large quantity. That is multimolecular. Example is sulfur and phosphorus, like that. Macromolecular means the size of the particles are large. The examples like nylon, polymers like bakelite, these are synthetic, and natural one is cellulose, starch, they come under macromolecular. And lastly is associated colloids. We know that associated colloids means starting the substance or the solution will be true solution or electrolytic solution, but after the certain concentration, that is CMC, critical missile concentration, what happens? They convert from electrolyte to colloid. Therefore, surfactant detergent molecules, sodium stearate, sodium laurate, these compounds, what happens they are asking. First one, decompose, whether they will break into ions, no. Dissociate, same meaning, whether they will break into ions. Associated means whether they aggregate and form the clusters. And last one is become completely soluble, whether they will completely dissolve in that, he is asking. And we know that colloids are heterogeneous in nature, they are not completely miscible. So answer is, that is called as third option, which is associated. Therefore, they are called as associated colloids. That is the meaning. Okay. Next question. Brix arc method cannot be used to prepare colloidal solution of which of the following? So already I explained about the Brix electric arc method, for which metals they are used, everything. So in 4 metals, whether all are used or one metal is not used, why he is asking the question. First one is platinum, second one is iron, third one is silver, fourth one is gold. Okay, and you can make the classification. Platinum, silver and gold are costliest, they are noble metal, least reactive metals. But iron is very reactive metal, and this Brix electric arc method is only suitable for the metal salts which are less reactive. Therefore, Fe cannot be prepared by using the Brix electric arc method. Hence, the option B is correct. That is Fe. Next one. Which of the following is the best protective colloid? So, in the first line, the question is which of the. Okay, one second. Which of the following is the best protective colloid? Yesterday class, if you remember, I told about the protection power of colloid, gold number. So this is related to that topic. So we know that gold number is used to determine the protection power of the colloid. And we are having some examples. It acts as a lyophilic colloid. So here they have given 4 protective colloids. And he has given the values. What are that values? Gold number values. Okay. So by seeing that gold number values, which will be the best protective colloid he is asking. As I told you yesterday, again I will tell you what is that means. Gold number is inversely proportional to protective power. Means if protective power we want more, gold number should be less. If you remember this word, then whatever the questions he make you, easily you can find the answer. So these are the techniques. Chapter is easy, concept is easy, techniques are also easy. Okay. So here he has given gelatin 0.005, gum arabic 0.15, egg albumin 0.08. None of these. None of these options will be not suitable because all 3 are protective colloids. And when you see the 3 values, which will be having the least value, that is gelatin with the value 0.005. Hence, it is the best protective colloid. Which is the least protective colloid means 0.15, that is called as a gum arabic. And you remember some other gold numbers also, like starch 25. These points also you should remember. Okay. Next question. The decomposition of hydrogen peroxide can be slowed down by the addition of small amount of acetamide. The later act as a, later means this acetamide, about that he is telling. Okay, what is the role of the acetamide in the decomposition of the hydrogen peroxide? Okay, first we see the reaction. Reaction is not required here, but also I am writing. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide means we are decomposing and we are adding the compound that is called as acetamide, CS3COONH2, the formula of that. When you add this one, you get hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, or sometimes depending upon temperature, water and oxygen gas. So reaction is not required. So what is the role of this acetamide in the reaction, he is asking. So here only he told the word slow down. What is the use of catalyst in our reaction? Catalyst is used to increase the rate of the reaction, but in some reactions decrease also. Here slow down means you should understand that the catalyst is decreasing the rate of the reaction. So options are detainer means suppress, stopper means stop the reaction, promoter means increase the efficiency of the catalyst, inhibitor means decrease the efficiency of the catalyst. H2O2 itself acts as a catalyst. This acetamide is acting as a catalytic promoter. So what is the function of catalytic promoter or catalytic poison, or it is also called as an inhibitor, which decreases the efficiency of the catalyst. Hence the answer 4 is correct. Okay. Next question. Point out the false statement. Okay. We are having some statements. In that you have to find the which one is the wrong or false. So directly we go on reading the questions. I will tell yes, no. Directly we get the answer. Brownian motion and Tyndall effect is shown by colloidal system. We know that mechanical property Brownian motion, optical property Tyndall effect, and these both we learn in the properties of a colloid. Therefore, the answer is correct only. And now I will explain about the Brownian motion, because I told you in questions only some topics I will be explaining. Brownian motion means we are finding the movement of the particles. When you take the colloidal solution, pass the light and see from the ultra microscope, we cannot see the particles directly, but we can feel the movement of particles. And Robert Brownian scientist proved that all the colloidal particles will be moving in the zigzag path, and that zigzag path is nothing but called as a Brownian motion. First option is true. Gold number is a measure of the productive power of a lyophilic colloid. So just now only we discussed gold number means productive colloid power. So the statement is correct. The colloidal solution of liquid and liquid is called as a gel. So already I told you dispersed phase, dispersion medium, or remember all that 8 mixtures. And if you remember one CET question or objective questions will be asked there. So what I want to tell you is that if dispersion phase is liquid, dispersion medium is liquid, it is called as an emulsion, not a gel. Hence the third one is false. And the last one is Hardy-School's rule is related with coagulation. And already I told in the last class, Hardy-School's rule means what? Larger the valency or the charge of the active ion, higher is the coagulation power. This means Hardy-School's is related to the coagulation part. Hence, in all the 4 options, the third one is false statement. Next question, paste is. So paste means again we go for dispersion phase and dispersion medium. So paste, what it contains? That's suspension of solid in liquid. Whatever the first state of matter we are saying, it is dispersed phase. Mechanical dispersion of solid in liquid. Colloidal solution of solid in solid. None of these. So none of these we keep it like that. Solid in solid, it is called as what? Sol. So it is wrong option. In paste some liquid will be there. Now we left with only 2 options. Solid in liquid, both correct. But whether it is suspension or mechanical dispersion means, suspension means not mixing clearly. Mechanical dispersion means mixed clearly, not homogeneously. Therefore, the option second, mechanical dispersion of solid in liquid, where solid is the dP and liquid is the dm. Okay. So like this, we are having the questions. Okay. Next one. Wait 1 second. Next question we are moving. The ability of the ion to bring about coagulation of given colloid depends upon. This was asked in some exams that I have written in the bracket. Okay. So what is the question meaning? The ability of an ion to bring about coagulation means which ion will making coagulation depends on what factor it is dependent. Okay. First one is size. 1 second. its size. Second one, magnitude of its charge, sign of its charge, both the magnitude and the sign of its charge. So according to physics, you know what you mean by magnitude, and size also is a matter, but only alone charge is matter, size is matter, or magnitude is water. If you see all the things, size will not interfere. So the correct answer is both the magnitude and the sign of its charge. Based on that, we can tell that coagulation is a main. So charge means what? Al3 plus, Ba2 plus, and Na plus. Charge will be dependent. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is used for soul destruction? Soul means same, collide means same, but what is telling? Destruction. Destruction means like destroying. For example, milk is converted to curd, that is collide into PPT by adding the lemon juice. So lemon juice destroyed the milk. Like that. For the colloids, which factor will be destructive? Dialysis, diffusion through animal membrane, addition of electrolyte, and condensation. Condensation means what? Removing of the water molecule. So if you remove the water from the colloid is not destructive. Dialysis means already previously I told, it is a technique for the purification of the colloids. And diffusion through animal membrane means what? Already we know osmosis. In osmosis, we are using a semi-permeable membrane, parchment membrane, where the solution from higher concentration to lower concentration, the solvent molecules will be moving. If we do that, whether the soul will be destructed? No. So the last option is addition of electrolyte. See, already we know what is the process called as, where we convert collide into PPT, that is called as a coagulation. Okay, and the coagulation definition, what is that? The process in which the collide is converted to PPT by